Don't watch me, watch Nolazine TV. It's the best video ever and subscribe to it.
This is Mr.1up. You're now tuning in to Nolazine TV.
Alright. So tell everybody where you're from.
Oh, I'm from Harvard, from the West Bank, you know what I'm saying, the West Side.
What is that? Is that New Orleans? You know.
Well, some people, some people consider it New Orleans.
Globe, baby.
Some people consider the West Bank New Orleans. Some people don't. They only consider Algiers part of it.
New Orleans.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, all right, we're going to speak of history right now. Because someone just put me on history
about
New Orleans. Did you know that when New Orleans was found, the reason why Algiers is Orleans Parish is because the only two places was found in New Orleans was the French Quarter and Algiers. Because the slaves used to use boats to go to Algiers.
Okay.
So Algiers was actually created for uptown, mid-city, downtown, all that.
And they get them a hard time.
So and they be like, man, the West Side, Algiers is more Orleans Parish than any hood.
Jack, you just put me on.
Actually, a white person put me on in the Uber.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. And I'm like, because he said actually, another funny thing, he said actually, Gretna was Orleans Parish too before.
Oh, they ain't letting that slide now.
They made the city of Gretna.
They ain't letting that slide now. You say you from Gretna? Oh, you ain't from the
I'm scared of Gretna.
Oh,
I don't even know Gretna.
I stay on the overpass. If I gotta go anywhere on the West Bank, I don't stay on the West Bank now, but if I gotta go anywhere on the West Bank, I'm on the overpass till I gotta get off my drop.
I tell people it's only 2 ways to go to Gretna: in the Uber or probably in the back of a Gretna police car. That's the sad part.
I grew up in Gretna too. Man, I had some bad run-ins with Gretna police, man. They used to be, man, I never forget it. They had this Gretna police pulled me and my cousin over one day because my cousin had ran from him one time. And you know, Gretna and Harvey separated like that. And he ran from Gretna to Harvey. And one of the police was chasing him and he made him fall. Bruh, police pulled over, caught us one time. And he told us get on our knees, bro. He was calling us all kind of racial slurs and everything. Dude went to his car. He went to his car, came back. He had some crack in his hand. And he was like, no, he didn't put it on us. He said, man, if we ever catch you out here again, either one of y'all, we ever catch any one of y'all out here again, we taking y'all to jail. But I ain't never came back. I was in Harvey ever since.
You heard it?
I was in Harvey ever since.
Yeah. I probably went to jail in Gretna about at least 20 times.
Facts. Nobody.
It's funny because most people don't Google this, but if Gretna got the highest arrest rate in America. You can Google it, who got the highest arrest rate in America? You say Gretna, Louisiana.
Bro, you know I heard Gretna used to be run by a mob. I heard that one time. I don't know if that's real shit, but I heard that before.
Did you know any bar that's open in Gretna has to have the poker machines in there?
Come on.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
And the funny part is, but guess who owns the poker machines?
Oh.
Gretna PD.
Oh, they always find a way to get some money out.
They all the time running like the mob. But anyways, growing up, I'm like, who influenced you before I started making music?
Bro, to be honest, bro, the very first person I ever liked when it came to music was BG. You hear me?
What BG?
That I don't know, he had like this rawness charm, you know what I'm saying? And like
he was definitely like the first of his first.
Yeah.
Like being that age. Cause they had more New Orleans artists rapping around like that. Right. But they mainly rap about being on drugs. But BG was like that young one that was just doing everything.
He was the first one I really heard though. Cause I didn't really start listening to rap till I was probably like 10 to when I really knew what I liked. Like I used to hear songs, but when I really knew what I liked, it was BG. I was like 10 years old, I'll never forget it. That's when they used to have Sam Goody. You remember they used to have Sam Goody? Our mama gave us $100 to go get some shoes. I went to Sam Goody. Man, I brought I brought 5 BG CDs.
Oh, you was a real fan.
Man, I'm telling you, it's all on you. Volume 1, Volume 2, Chopper City in the ghetto.
He missed his shoes for you.
Man, what? My mama slamming the back of the head. Man, go bring that shit back.
You brought it back?
Brought it back. But other than that,
some kind of weird.
Other than that, Soulja Slim,
like the first real person I heard from New Orleans that I really liked had to be Juvenile.
Juvenile?
I'm talking about Soulja Rays.
I like the Juvie a little bit, but when I talk about music, I'm talking about people who actually had some type of influence on my life. Juvenile, he was straight. Mystical had songs that was straight, but they wasn't influential to me. They didn't influence me.
The person that the most influential on me is Mac.
Mac, I rocked it with Mac.
Like
Heavy.
Mac will probably still be the best rapper to me. Like over Lil Wayne, but people most people
Wayne,
get
I got
why, but you gotta be listening to Mac since you were younger.
Right.
He rapped about topics. I like that. He wasn't just rapping about street shit.
He had substance. Yeah, he had some type of substance. Yeah.
And that was
I went from Soulja Slim to when I started rocking with Wayne for a minute, and then like I had did a little time. I got incarcerated, and that's when I really like cause I was strictly South. Man, I had a cousin. He used to have a binder full of CDs, bro. He was on Biggie, Eight Ball, and you know what I'm saying. He was on all like he was. I could listen to it. It wasn't my type of vibe.
Right.
But like when I went upstate, man, you know what I'm saying. I interacted with a lot of different people, and I started listening to different music, bro. Like that's when I started listening to. I got more onto Jay-Z and then like it made me think. Like when I was working, my pen started because look. When it came to rapping, when I was in the pen, like I was like one of the.
So you started rapping in jail.
No, I was rapping before I went to jail. But like when I went to jail, I was battle rapping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like top. You know what I'm saying? I lost one battle rap.
I never heard nobody say that. I never heard nobody actually tell me that they actually battle rap in jail. It's usually just be like let's say when you beat on the table, you bored, you joke.
I'm talking about look, we was calling people out. That was the thing. You know what I'm saying? We had a whole compound looking forward to the.
That was upstate?
Yeah, that's when I was upstate.
In Louisiana?
Yeah. I was in, that was when I was in DeQuincy. I did time in DeQuincy and DCI and Hunts, but I only lost one battle, bro, and I'll never forget it.
Too, man.
You probably know him. Low Key. You know Low Key, huh?
I heard the name before.
He from here, man. He a legend. Low Key, man. That's for the weed fiend, dope fiend.
Okay, I be talking about
the only person. And I learned a lot, I learned a lot from dude. Like, but to really tell you, like, when I was in jail and I really started getting into my music thing, I never knew that I was as talented as I was. Like, people always used to tell me I could rap and I used to battle rap. I was good at that. But my real talent was me, you know what I'm saying, rapping about stuff that had substance. And what made me start rapping about stuff that have substance is when I used to think about like all the influence Soulja Slim and all these other rappers used to have on me that was negative, and make me feel like, every time I make an EP or I make an album, I gotta have something with some type of substance, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know what music could do. Cause I know when I was listening to Slim, he had me on the wrong end of a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, Slim had you, Slim was like a mold.
Yeah.
Like,
If you was an 80s baby, if you was an 80s baby, Slim had, like, he had a lot of influence over them 80 babies, dude.
You talking about early 80s babies or the late?
Late. I'm a late. The lates, man. I'm telling you.
I'm like damn to the end.
Me too. Me too. I'm down there 90s baby too, but I ain't see my age. I'm down there.
Before the 90s.
But yeah, man. And that's why, like, when I make, you know what I'm saying, when I make my music, I don't just, like, don't get me wrong, I get with the vibes, I make songs on, being an artist, you gotta be able to make different varieties of music. You gotta be able to touch, you know what I'm saying, all levels when it comes to music, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to.
So were you making music actually, like before, like Hurricane Katrina?
Was I making music before? Like right before. But it was like I wasn't full hearted in it though. I have
a question for like more people when I ask that, because I'm like, what's the difference? Do you think putting out music actually before the internet and now?
I didn't even get that wave, bro.
Cause like because I tell people like artists spent way more money before the internet, like just to get known.
I was too young, man.
And like these artists are like complaining like it's really easy enough. You used to have to like go to like them small country towns every weekend and be hand in hand with. But the crazy part is, but if you actually apply that same like just hustle, you probably gain more fans.
Yeah.
Cause like most artists just really are like relying on the internet.
Right. But man, before Hurricane Katrina, like I was too far gone. You know what I'm saying? Like far as like music wasn't. I mean, I was doing it more because people was telling me I could rap. Man, you could rap, man. You should take it serious. You know what I'm saying?
What army you from?
Mary Poppins.
Okay, I know Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
One way in, one way out.
One way in, one way in. Tyler Tree Lane. You hear me?
I've been back there a few times, man.
I was back there when it was really Mary Poppins. You hear me? Like
It
back
was
in the
gangs?
gap. When yeah.
But most people
All
don't know
my
about
cousins,
that.
all my cousins them used to bang. Like a lot of people don't know that. I hear a lot of people used to be like that upstate, talking about man, ain't Lil Wayne, Red Rags, and they never had no Bloods and all that. But the West Bank had it.
No, believe it or not, you actually listen to Lil Wayne interview with Drink Chaps. He actually says it, but he think it's still going on currently.
Come on.
Like, yeah, he tells Noriega them like, man, the dudes on the West Side, man, they really like banging for real. But he must have heard that they like used to.
Yeah, they used to.
Like that way, like early '90s.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, like,
I was J high. And,
like anybody who is my age saying they lying. I know they lying.
Right.
I know people who was doing it.
Yeah, I know people.
Yeah,
I had
so
family
like,
members who was doing it.
They ain't
Yeah,
doing that shit no more. Them
nah,
niggas
it's been
doing
off that. That was before my era. I was J high.
YTT and T's and drink. Huh?
Right.
Too old to be banging.
Right.
But yeah, but they, I heard the stories. So, most people wouldn't know that. Because, like when you think of anywhere in Louisiana, New Orleans, you think of no gangs. Like, they only had gangs up north because, because your boy was, I think he was from, like, Street Boy.
Who?
I took it with him.
I don't know where he was from. I didn't know he was from Louisiana.
That's what most people from Cali, this is remarkable. Like, most people from Cali who, like, are in gangs, their family roots are from Louisiana, Mississippi. Like, Snoop Dogg is from Mississippi. Like, it's like Too Short is like from like somewhat country in like Louisiana. Yeah, they tell you. You got you do your research. That too. Like, and my roots is there. Or I grew up there. I just moved to Cali. So if you do your research, like most people are from the South, but they just so they move out on the outskirts. They don't want to claim that shit.
Yeah.
It was the same way how just in New Orleans people all these parents don't claim the West Bank. Man.
Right.
West Bank.
It's always a debate. They got some talent on that West Bank doing one of them.
But see, the good thing is one thing I say about Harvey, just in this whole, it don't matter what hood you from, you still rep Harvey.
Right.
That's like, all right, all my family from the fishing. I never heard a nigga say they from LJ's.
Right.
I never heard him say, it's from LJ's, look. And the boy gonna say, wait, they talking country boys? Oh, they say country boy, like, nigga, you from the same place.
Right.
But in their mind, project is just that project. That's just how they feel.
Yeah,
and that's like the weird mentality of it. But like, I had a conversation with a person earlier, like in New Orleans, we have a bad man. Like we have a bad, like I want bad, I'm like mentality. We need to like start working with everybody from all over New Orleans and surrounding areas. Cause you gotta build that fan base. Louisiana only got 400,000 people living.
Right.
And so how you feel about that? Like, do you feel like artists should like actually work with everyone in their surrounding areas?
Man, the one thing I kind of, from the outside looking in, when I think about, like, I'd be open to work with anybody, you know what I'm saying? But it mostly seemed like people down here be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they not really into helping the next person out. It ain't like Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I always hit it.
It's just that mentality, like, man, I gotta like, if I feel like I work for it, and I ain't about to just help a nigga out because I had to work for it.
Right.
But in Atlanta, nigga don't want you to go through that same process. Of
right.
Let me pick you up.
Man, it'd be so much easier if. And I don't knock a person. They got their own right to feel like that because I don't know how much. You don't know how much work they put in to get in that position. Because it ain't. Man, if you make it out here, bro, like you really doing something. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, man. We judge hard. Like we judge hard down here. Then everybody else judge us hard. Cause they don't really look at us like rappers. We known for, Bounce was the originator.
With anything you do down here is hard. It's like if it's like just me, personally, with Nolazine, like I created history already. I did shit that nobody else ever did already. Nobody never had this many interviews. And like no one ever had this many interviews from artists way from the West Bank all the way to the East. And that's
actually
like I got so many artists on the platform that's actually beefing with each other.
Come on.
And like I never, I don't get in their mix.
Right.
So like I tell people, like you gotta stay in your own lane, and you can make anything possible.
Right.
Cause like New Orleans, it's a hard city. Like soon as you start winning, everybody like man, fuck that nigga. Just any kind of thing, you
Right.
know?
Yeah, they definitely
You know, the crab
try to
like
knock you
barrel
down. You know what I'm
mentality.
saying? They'll definitely try to knock you
I had
down.
a conversation with another blogger today, and he was like, man, what you think happened in Atlanta that didn't happen in like New Orleans? Because like New Orleans ran the game for 10 years. And you know who I blamed? And other people might don't hear. I blame Master P and Birdman.
Birdman.
Now Master P, he tried, but he moved it back early. You should do that here. When Cash Money had that long ass run for them 10 years, imagine just thinking this idea. Imagine if Birdman was stayed in New Orleans for them 10 years, staying on top of, I ain't say where we at right now, but he stayed on top of in the condo, penthouse. Imagine people like Drake, Puff Daddy, and all the rappers that want to feature with Lil Wayne coming down here to meet with him. That would have opened up opportunities for other people.
Right, whatever.
It would probably would have brought more stores down here. Imagine us having a Louis Vuitton on Canal Street, just everything just like imagine us having Louis Vuitton on Canal Street and having a Capitol Records on side. Like, guess what? But that's all Atlanta did. But Atlanta created a system in a city. Like when the artist was winning and bringing other artists on, it would have made the labels move to their city. Like they didn't have no buku, but they had buku labels living in the South. They was all New York and LA.
Right.
But Atlanta made labels come to them. But the first label went to Atlanta was Babyface. LaFace Records.
Say, but what I see though, I see it's more about networking right now, and you gotta be willing to come out of pocket. Like it's you gotta take risks.
Well,
you gotta come out of pocket. Like ain't nobody doing nothing for free. For one, they don't care how talented you are.
And whatever
you know what I'm saying?
You don't pay for, and like the label pay for, you gonna owe. So if you get signed, you still gonna owe anyway.
I'm talking more for the up and coming. Like if you independent, you gotta foot that bill. Like everything gotta be. Ain't too many people. A person gonna know you talented and not gonna invest in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you gotta. They gonna come around. Once you get to that point you need to be, they gonna come around.
You gotta make people support you. You
Bro,
gotta stay consistent and make people support you.
That's a fact too.
Like I'm telling you,
but just
consistency beats talent in the day. You ain't even got to be the most talented artist. That's why like our conversation even before this interview, you was like, I'm gonna just keep dropping videos. I said that shit gonna work.
Right. And I mean the content, and that's one thing about me. Like when it come to my music, if you like me, you a fan. You ain't gonna just like a song. You gonna become a fan if you like my music. I don't sound like nobody else. I ain't with the gimmicky stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything I rap about is all facts, what I experienced, what I've been through, what I've been around. And I try to uplift people here and there. I make all genres of music, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I don't do is sing. I ain't too much with the trying to be singing. I ain't with the auto-tune heavy like everybody be doing that. I mean, I ain't with that wave. That wave gonna crash one day, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, I stay original, I stay true to my music,
just like
true to myself.
Just like your favorite rapper said, first thing be original.
Right. They gonna feel you more.
Yeah.
Facts. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to my music, you gonna become a fan. Cause I'm gonna put you on something. I'm either putting you on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some content. I'm not a super conscious rapper. I ain't gonna say I'm a conscious rapper. I'm a realistic, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna rap about nothing that I didn't feel or nothing I've been through, nothing you can't feel, you know what I'm saying? Everything I rap about is something I can relate to, something I've been through, and I try to make it relatable to other people, you know what I'm saying? And it's all facts. I can't lie about what I put down, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, a lot of people always ask me what my name stands for, Mr.1up, and they be like, what the S.E stand for? So I tell them, I like, money rule, one universe, people suffer equally. My rap name, original rap name is 1up. And that came from me always having in my mind, man, I gotta stay 1up. I gotta be 1up on them. Every situation I gotta be 1up. And that's my motivation. So I'm
asking you this question about your name. So I'm like, where you was at? I'm like in life. I'm like when you came up with your name.
Bro, when I came on my name, to be honest, I was in a depressed stage. And that, like, I had conversations with people plenty of times. You know how you have a conversation with somebody and they be like, I don't understand how you can kill yourself. Bro, depression is probably the toughest thing you could deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I was in a depressed stage, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nothing going wrong in my life. I just didn't know my place. Like,
I used to be
depressed
as a kid because I had like a speech impediment.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, why the fuck I gotta stutter?
Bro,
and I used to really like be mad at myself because I stuttered.
But you know
I
what?
understand how you feel.
But you know what's crazy though? I was depressed for no reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a homeowner. It's nothing I didn't have that I didn't want. My desires was fulfilled, but I just felt empty.
Right.
And it hit me out of nowhere.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, if you ever hear like, if these rich ass people just have so much money, but they still feel empty. And like, just like nobody can explain it. Like, it's a hard, like, I think it's something that goes on.
But you know where
triggers that.
You know where I think mine came from? The same way I got over it. See, I'm more of I'm a loner. I always been a loner since a kid. I never got that emotional upbringing. You know what I'm saying? I never got that type of affection. Huh?
Like, what kind of loner? Because like, I feel like I'm a loner.
Like,
I want to be alone, but like, I still want to like be around people. But I don't like
facts.
But I don't invite people in.
Right. I'm sort of on that plan for. I'm sort of on that, sort of like that. I'm more like a.
Because there are loners that don't be around people ever.
I'm more the type like I have a good time. I go somewhere with a few people, and I'll be having a good time. But you'll think I'm killing the mood. I'm not. I get my enjoyment off other people. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm more the type like when I'm dealing with something, I ain't really letting too many people in there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't giving too much insight. You know what I'm saying?
I don't tell people because I don't feel like they really care.
I don't keep people around me that
right,
I don't feel care. So
I just always thought in my mind, if I tell people my problem, they don't really care anyway. They're just gonna okay, so it makes sense to tell you. Deal with it myself.
That's why my circle always been small. I always kept a small circle. Cause I never was the type to be in a large crowd. I don't like to be in a large crowd, you know what I'm saying? I can't alter my ego like that much, you know what I'm saying? To be able to fit in, that's how I feel. I feel like if you can be around a bunch of people on a regular, if it ain't business, and it's all personal and you around a whole bunch of people, like you're not 100%. You're not being genuine, cause you can't.
You're not accomplishing what you need to be doing.
You can't,
like too many people in your mix,
right? And you like if you able to alter your ego like that and be able to.
And if everybody know your business, you ain't really got no business.
Facts.
Just in general. Well, come on, let's jump on the project. Like tell everybody. I'm like, what projects you got coming up?
Well, I just my first project. It was like a lot of music I've been had. I put together. The Volume Please is out now on all platforms. I just dropped a single called Shine on America. And it's on something that we all can relate to. Y'all can look that up on YouTube right now. Mr.1up.s.e and Shine on America. It's about what we going through right now as a whole. We all been through 2020 together. All that stuff we had to deal with, you know what I'm saying? We all experienced. There's about one time in the world we all shared the same experience, you know what I'm saying?
No choice but to do it.
And that was my my last single I just did to my project I'm gonna be dropping soon called Volume in My Headphones. I'm gonna be dropping that soon, probably in the next 2 months. And I got a few singles I just released. But other than that, like I'm still working, I'm still grinding. I ain't stopped yet.
Okay. So tell the people, I'm like, what made you so we were talking about this earlier though, but so tell the people actually what made you actually become one, I'm like videographer.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a person that's impatient. And I feel like, I ain't gonna sound that impatient, but I'm a type of person, I feel like if I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done right. And I work with a few people doing videos or whatnot, and it just was like, they was just not meeting the standards I was looking for. And maybe I was picking the wrong cameraman, but I had good relationships with everybody I ever did business with. I never ended on no bad note, but it kind of pushed me to wanting to do my own editing. And man, one thing led to another, and I just stumbled on me buying all my equipment to get my own video shot, to me helping other people who want a video, you know what I'm saying? And it's more of a passion thing. I developed this new passion for the videography, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing planned, it just happened.
Yeah, but I heard you was actually telling me more about my camera.
Come on. Hey, I was doing my research. When I make an investment, I'm gonna do all my research.
Okay. So, has there ever been a point in your music career when you just wanted to give up?
To be honest, I feel like I'm just starting to put my all into it. I kind of feel like I wasted a lot of time beforehand. I feel like if I would have really been dedicated and into it beforehand, I'd probably be way further than where I'm at now. So it's like I feel like it's more me. I feel like it's more me because my life, like after I got incarcerated, I did like 7 years in the can. So after I got incarcerated, when I got home, music wasn't really my main focus. It was more on spending time with my kid, trying to buy a house, and like I was more trying to live life. I wasn't really focused on trying to chase a dream. So I feel like right now it's like the last few months is all or nothing. Like now I'ma see where I end up. Now I'ma see.
Yeah, but the good thing is, it was just me looking, like on the outside looking in, up to your own, I'm like videographer. If you got your own, I'm like studio you can always go to. So like you're in a better position to like just drop so much content and just work.
Yeah, my homie BSB Studio, one of the hottest studios in the West Bank. Y'all gotta go check them out, they dope. Yeah, I got an in-house studio I could go to, and like I got my own camera, so it's pretty much like everything else.
No excuses.
No excuses. Everything else is just getting to work and focus on marketing and promotion.
Okay. So, as far as your city go, every artist actually love to answer this one though. Do you feel like local blogs, DJs, and radio stations can do a better job at like breaking artist music?
Man, that radio station, bro. I done heard so many stories about the radio station. Man, like I feel like everything would be. I feel like if as a community, for as New Orleans, man, there's so much talent down here. It's so much talent down here, and I can't really, like I said, I can't really too much speak. I haven't bumped my head yet. You know what I'm saying? Like far as running into a lot of obstacles. I'm really full throttle at this moment. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really speak on the radio that much, but I've heard stories like you gotta come out
details before they blackball you.
Facts. I can't, and I can't really. It'll be he say, she say. You know what I'm saying? I'll be repeating what somebody else said. So it ain't my experience. It don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? But I know DJs are your best friends. I always was told that DJs are your best friends when it comes to music.
Well, you know.
COVID got everything messed up right now.
2021 now, you're gonna tap in with like a lot of bloggers because the bloggers about to take over the world. Like, cause the bloggers got the full access to see you, like, send the artist video, like straight to YouTube websites, everything. Like, if any bloggers with like a following, you should tap in. Like I tell people, it's kind of like easier now, cause like if you can find like a blogger on like different cities, but you're really like actually beating the game. Mm-hmm. Cause like back then they used to have to actually travel to go to different radio stations, press. Like now you can just do like a Zoom interview.
Yeah.
Like the game really easy. It's just you gotta come up with a strategic plan.
At the same, I mean, the way you explain, it could seem easy, but you got so many people doing it.
Everybody not doing it, cause you know what? Everybody don't want to pay for marketing. Like I don't want to bring up on your interview, but like that's the thing that I'm like Gunner was saying, like he got money ready for marketing. he ready. He already know once he drop a video, he ready to put that bitch out on all these blogs. Because like he shocked me coming out. He came out on all the blogs and like in the video was actually shot by you. And he was just talking side like, man, I already got my in-house videographer. And he was like, nah, I'm a rapper. I was like, man, that's dope. Y'all all working together.
Yeah.
You know, if you got that market in mind, and you like the game really easy enough.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta take advantage of it.
Hey.
Like, you know, rappers used to have to like really travel miles. Like if you watch like Master P documentary, like think about half the shit he didn't see, how much he had to travel.
You gotta watch out for the gimmicks too.
Right.
Cause not everybody can't
help you either.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta
not everybody what they seem to be.
Right.
Like I got a lot of people that be, you know, I done had a few people reached out. I even had somebody reached out for me from Say Cheese. And it was fake.
If they don't reach out to you.
I hit dude up and he was nice enough to respond back. He was doing something out, they was coming to New Orleans and they got a few slots open, 350 a slot. I was about to foot that. You got a nice platform. I'm about to foot that. Dude was nice enough to respond, bro.
Well, you know,
cause
at the same time, he got a brand. He got so many people following.
Say they had his Gmail and everything. They had his tag for his Gmail and everything, and they hit my email.
Like you scamming like that. But the thing is,
right.
If that's the reason why you got in this bio, we do not email people. But if you,
think about how many people fell for that.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I seen some. They had a dude who spent over $5,000 to travel somewhere to supposed to go meet some type of exec or whatever, and it was fake. They robbed dude. Dude couldn't even get back home, man. So you gotta watch. It's a lot of.
Like, you know, it's just certain things you can kind of like, you know, like honest truth. I get this knowledge on it. I don't think no blogger email you to work. Like,
you gotta be the reaching out.
You can actually, like, once you reach out, you can do direct business with them. But I don't think no platform reaches out to an artist.
Unless you pop.
Because if an artist, like everybody, any platform that's popular, why are you reaching out to you? People reach out to you all day.
All day.
Like just Nolazine by itself. I'm not the biggest blogger, but like in New Orleans, people around the world reaching out to me every day. Like I like every morning, I at least have 20 DMs saying promo. At least. So imagine him, he got 1 million followers.
Exactly.
Why would he reach out to you? Like, how did he find you?
Right.
Like, just think yourself like little scam. How did he even find you? Like, it gotta be a scam.
Right.
You got sometimes got to read between the lines.
Yeah, you do. But I just say that to verify just the fact of like when you was talking about marketing, you gotta watch out. You know, you're gonna run into those type of things. You know what I'm saying?
What I was saying about making a plan, like if you make your marketing plan after you build your relationships.
Right.
So it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You know, that was just, how I was thinking. But telling people, do you feel like you have to move out your city? I'm like, once your music career, I'm gonna reach a certain milestone?
To be honest, I ain't leaving Louisiana.
You're not leaving Louisiana, or you leaving New Orleans?
I don't stay at home, but I ain't leaving. Like, nah, I ain't leaving. I don't have enemies. You know what I'm saying? I know once you reach a certain level, a lot of people like to get away.
Well, the thing is, it's not enemies. It's like when you at a certain level,
right?
You're just gonna have a lot of weird experience that can actually trigger you to actually tripping you out your spot. It's like, and also the amount of people actually do gonna harm you because they.
Man, but if I was to get on, I ain't standing no way that's that accessible. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to be able to. I already move different, right. So it ain't nothing new. Like I said, I'm a loner, so I don't too much be in the clubs. I don't too much be in a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you ain't gonna really catch me slipping like that.
You have to become like you have
you got more
accessible. Like
I
have to learn
I know that.
Like this year I plan on not being that accessible. Like for these past years, you might see me in the trenches or anywhere, because that's where I come from. I don't know nothing else, so It wasn't me trying to be there. That's why I won't go because I go outside. Right. But it's like if the bigger you get, you got to think about your brand and everything. You actually doing something for the better.
Right. Look, if one thing about me, like if I hit that level, or when I hit that level of success, well, I feel like, or where I'm a star. It's a difference between being a star. Like, it's different levels of stardom, you know what I'm saying? If I was to reach that level, I'm gonna be loved. I don't give off that type of energy. Like, it's gonna be more of a love thing. Like, how King Von was, how they loved him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be loved. You know what I'm saying? I'm striving for the love, because I ain't shitting on nobody. I'm about helping anybody. If I was, I wouldn't be stuck up. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be more love.
He strive for like respect. You know, he's like, you can't play with me. He just.
But that's a given. That's gonna be a given, though. You know what I'm saying? So look how even though Nipsey lost his life,
but see, it's certain
he was loved, though.
Certain things that come with, like, even Nipsey and him, like, all right, both of them were in the game. So you still got in your mind, like, if despite somebody who died in the game, and so you might have start like a person like, you know, somebody who's not in the game, have no type of violent history, as you know, you might actually take his kindness for weakness. So you might like try to play with him, despite playing with a gang member, because you know you got like all right, GDs, like GDs all around the world. Mm-hmm. Nip a Crip, that's all around the world. So you know you can't just, you know, this is more than just their city. So you know, like they kind of move a little different. So I can't really say on them. But you know, in general, like if you just more respecting this.
Yeah, we're a little different down here too, though.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, New Orleans is a city, and once you just say you from here, they respect you because they just think you crazy already.
Right.
But
right.
You know, it's just like you could be the lamest nigga from New Orleans. If you move with respect, nigga, it's a very rare chance somebody to play with you out of town.
Facts. And the people you keep around you too, though. If you keep the right people around you, bro, it's law. You know what I'm saying? You keep the right people around you, you got the right, you know what I'm saying, relationships with the right people, nobody finna let nothing happen to you. Like, on that note, you gotta look out for yourself, but on that note, for us being able to stay in your city and move around your city like that, like, it's all on how you carry yourself, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. So, I'm like 3 years from now, I'm like, what do you see your music career going?
3 years from now, all those experiences that I haven't experienced, I know I'm gonna experience, but I see myself 3 years from now like being a household name. You know what I'm saying? Like once I just feel people need to hear me. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we was just talking about marketing. Once I do my marketing, like I'm pushing towards my marketing, my promoting myself. Once I be heard, the people who really like real into music, you know what I'm saying, who ain't just, you know what I'm saying, well, they gonna like me. They gonna like me, you know what I'm saying? They gonna love what I'm bringing to the table when they hear my music. And I feel like that's gonna make me a household name.
Definitely got what you're saying. So I'm like telling people, I'm like, what's next for you? Are you, I'm like, starting your own label, dropping more merch? Are you signing artists? Are you branding artists as a videographer?
Oh man,
what you got coming up next?
I got my own label, Stamped Entertainment, and I don't have no artists or nothing. I'm really right now at the moment. I'm really focused on myself and working with people who I feel likewise that's into the music, whatever. But other than that, like it's from this point on, it's all marketing, dropping hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get people to tap in and promoting what I got going on for his music. That's what I got going on.
Okay, and also, but last but not least, tell everybody where they can find you on social media and just on every other music platform.
All right, you can find me on Instagram at Mr.1up.s.e. It's Mr.1up.s.e. My music on all platforms, same name. You can find me on all platforms, Mr.1up.s.e.
All right, and we done.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine. Make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.